Okay, so we're live. Let's put Okay, welcome everyone to a new episode of the Women's Empowerment Series. Today I have with me a beautiful and amazing and incredible woman, Sarah Jordan. Good morning. I know it's morning for you.
Good evening. How are you?
For us, you look fresh, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank
Thank you. It's
you.
an honor to have you. Thank you for joining me today.
I am so honored to be here. Thank you so much.
So, the Women's Empowerment Series is a series where we present female leaders from around the world. The mission of it and the objective is really to inspire, to showcase role models, and to give ideas to other women that, they can start from nothing, they can jump to become leaders, they can have a voice. And here are incredible examples. So, you are a role model today.
Thank you. I received that.
Okay, so tell us about you. You're a mom like me, a mother of four. So I usually connect with mother of four without even knowing that we feel like drawn to each other.
That's amazing. Yes, I have four. The oldest is 10, the youngest just turned 3,
Mhm.
and they're home full time. So we homeschool in the morning and then I work in the afternoon. We have a
Wow.
nanny that comes in the afternoon. I've been married it'll be 14 years this year.
Wow, congratulations. That's
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Hmm. And so you homeschool the children, four of them. You actually follow their school and everything.
I
Ah,
do.
wow. You're like a superwoman because I had to do that in COVID, during
Mhm.
COVID, and it was just crazy. It was chaos because each one has different pace, different classes. How do you do that?
I like it because we do get to tailor it specifically to the child instead of them possibly getting lost in the wave.
Hmm.
And so I get to see, if they're accelerating at this, or if we get to shift something, we get to tweak something. We just started a different math curriculum like a month ago
Uh-huh.
because the one we were using, they weren't jiving with. And I was like, that's kind of the point of homeschool, is that we can find something that works for you.
Wow, that's incredible. But that means that you need to be, an expert in education, in psychology, in understanding them. Yeah, which you
Um,
tell me.
I wouldn't
You
say
should
I'm an
develop.
expert, no.
Yeah, because you develop that. Child. Yeah. How does it work? How do you feel about it?
I feel like my kids have been the catalyst to becoming who I was actually supposed to be in
Mhm.
life, because of how much growth you actually do have to have. So, no, I don't have a psychology degree. No, I don't have so many of these degrees, and yet, because I'm a mom, I've had to learn a variety of different things, because I have one that is he would be on the spectrum if we ever took him anywhere to find out. And so, you have to learn ways to adapt, and you have to learn ways that work for him instead of just trying to do everything the same all of the time. And so it's been a
Uh,
growing process for sure.
and I am full of admiration because, as you said, I mean, you learn, you tweak, and it's like you have to know things. You don't even have the choice of not knowing.
Right.
Yeah. But that's amazing. So, how do you have time to grow your business in the same time? How do you do that?
A nanny.
Ah, yes. We need help. We need help. It's delegating. It is because us as women, we think we can do everything, but it's good to understand when to delegate. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. And that was hard a couple of years ago, the first time that we hired, because I was trying to do like live videos at rest time, and not everybody was resting at the right time, or
Yeah.
somebody wouldn't sleep at all and I had something scheduled. And so that was a hard pill to swallow from a mentor, of like, you have got to hire help. And so it was like a 17-year-old for 3 hours a week. And I was live from the minute that, she got here until the minute she left, basically.
Really? Wow.
And then it expanded into about 16 hours a week with somebody older. And now
Mhm.
she's here 27 hours a week. I still only work about 20. So it gives me some space for me also.
But that's really good. And you are able now to organize your time because 20 hours is very good.
Yep.
It's like, because when you think about it, when you're a mom, I mean, you want to be so focused that if you put all your energy in the 20 hours, you can do so much in that.
Yes. And I don't want more than 20. Like I
Yeah.
built a 6-figure business in 20 hours a week, and I don't want more than 20. I know I can scale from there. So yeah,
Yes, you can. Oh, yes. It's not about doing more. It's about how you feel when you do things, isn't it?
oh, I just got chills. Yes,
It's true. It's true. And so when you're happy as a mom, you're happy as a CEO, right?
absolutely. Like, yeah. And
So tell
honestly,
us,
there's so many pieces, sorry, that
no, please go ahead.
translate of like when you have to learn how to juggle being a mom, you can learn like there's so many pieces that translate from motherhood into being a CEO.
Yes, it's the same skills. We
Yep.
use the same skills
Yes.
actually. Yeah. You adapt, you find solutions, you navigate through the different constraints. Yeah. Uh, and that's the agility that we have when we are mothers, I think.
You're right. Yep. That's what Sleepless Night Boot Camp taught us.
Oh yes, that is so true. Yes, it's true. As mother of four, I think I haven't slept for 7 years. I didn't even know what it meant to have a long night's sleep, and you still don't have them because a 3-year-old might wake you up, isn't it?
She likes daddy, but daddy actually had to work last night, so she was with me, and it was
Yeah.
okay. I mean, like it worked, but yeah, there's definitely a few sleepless nights still in there once in a while, but it's not near what it used to be.
So tell me about your business. What's your work? You're in a coaching. You coach men and women. What is it that you do actually to help them?
So I actually started as a cycle syncing coach, and so I
Listen, let's
thought,
explain what it is. We are live streaming in LinkedIn, and I'm not sure all the executives will know what's psych.
right.
Oh, so what does that mean?
So whether you are bleeding or not as a woman, you have an energetic womb space. If you've ever had a uterus at all, you have an
Mhm.
energetic womb space, which is why I say I work with women, usually
Mhm.
women.
Mhm.
Um, and so you're actually primed to be super creative at a certain point in your cycle. Like the hormones that are working for you to be creative. You're super
Right.
magnetic at a different point in your cycle. The hormones are working for you to be magnetic. You're
Right.
super like goal oriented and task accomplishment, like let's get this done and let's get it done now at a different point in your cycle. You're very reflective and in a planning mode at a different point in your cycle. And
Yeah.
so I
Mm.
had a network marketing business in 2014 and I was in all of the male spaces of how to do that. And it felt horrible, but like, this is how you do it. And so I kept pushing and trying. And then in 2017, someone taught me, she's like, I built my multi 6-figure business into what it was as an introvert. I was like, oh, well, maybe I'm an introvert. That's what I need.
Wow.
And she did it through cycle syncing. And so when I started using each phase of my cycle for the strength that it held, instead of trying to do yesterday, today, and tomorrow the exact same, the exact same, the exact same,
Mm.
it started working so much better. And I would actually get more done over the
Wow.
course of 28 to 30 days than I would if I was just like, okay, I did this yesterday, I have to do it today, and I have to do it tomorrow, and I have to do it the next day.
Love
And
that.
so it like became so much more efficient, and I didn't feel like I was fighting my own biology.
Got it. Yes. And isn't that what we call the law of rhythms? And you follow the law of rhythms?
Yes, I had not
Yes.
heard it called that, but yes.
It is because, there are times where you are in your highest and you can produce and you can write, you can think, you can be creative. And others were like, let's just cocoon. Yeah.
Right. And we
Yeah.
were, I don't know, we were taught that that wasn't okay. And,
No,
the
because
more we learn about feminine energy, we understand that.
yeah.
But like, it gets to flow even more. It's not just, I did for Tuesday and Thursday this week, so maybe I cocoon on Friday. No, it's not a guessing game. Like, your body has given you the roadmap, basically.
I love that. But that also is hard because you need to be able to organize yourself and leave the space to change the planning in function of your body. How can you weave that inside a full CEO week?
Well, as the CEO, I get to decide when I work and when I don't work.
Yeah, I guess so. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
It's trickier if someone's in a 9 to 5, but there's still definitely things that you can do to honor yourself in whatever phase that you're in as best as possible while still doing that 9 to 5. But if you have a great working relationship, you can actually take it to a boss and say, hey, I'm going to be most efficient at this thing you want me to do here. Could I really focus on it here?
I love that. And I think this is connecting with your body and connecting with us women as women, because we've been taught the masculine way, masculine paradigm of working nonstop.
Right.
And it's not about doing that. Yeah.
And it's so neat because, like, when you look at us from having masculine and feminine energy, the masculine is the structure. I don't know how it's been taught to you, Dr. Hynd, but I see it as a house. So your masculine
I like
structure is
that.
your house. So you have,
Okay.
a foundation, and you have walls, and you have a roof, and you have windows, and it's this safe space that the feminine can flow in and out of, or the family or the person can flow in
Mm,
and out of. They can entertain, they can rest, they can do all of the things that they want to do inside this safe space. And
mhm.
so our female cycle is actually our masculine structure
Wow. I
that
never
our
seen this.
feminine gets to flow within. And it's just like, I got full body chills again, but it's
Wow. So our cycle is like the planning, my planning. And then I exist inside it. I don't ignore it.
right.
uh, which we don't do, right? Because you have to hide it. You don't, not only you ignore it, but you hide it also. You have to pretend you're the same throughout, which we're not really. Yeah.
That's how we've been trained. So now we just it's a reclamation that gets to happen.
You know, there are some countries now that gives the okay to take the day off during some days of the cycle.
That's amazing.
It is, but it is amazing. But you know, it's like it's also embarrassing, right? From an executive, professional perspective, how do we handle that? How can we? Because you have a huge mission that you are a voice to reconnect with our body as women entrepreneurs, as women leaders, as female leaders, right? And it's not taboo to do it. But
Right.
how do we do that in a way that doesn't offend, in a way that feels natural and acceptable? What do you
So I
think?
think that actually begins with your belief system around your body, around your femininity, around your self. It's just like confidence. So
Mm,
if you think back to high school, if you had the popular crowd, but really the only thing that they really had going for them was that they were self-assured, they knew their worth.
true, true.
And so if you can ground into that and be like, no, this is how I'm created, this is how I'm designed, there's nothing embarrassing about the fact that I was actually made this way, and so were
Mhm,
you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and
mm.
I get to own that. Like, it's such a different vibe,
Yeah.
frequency than I'm hurting today, I think I'm going to take a day. No, it's my body's designed to rest today, and I get to fully embody that.
I love that. It's like you reconnect with that nature and how we are the same. It's almost like creating the womanhood back again and bringing it. This is so powerful. So women, stand up,
Right.
every woman, like really stand up and own who you are. I mean, that's really your message for every
It is.
woman.
It is. And it has grown just in the last couple of months.
I love
Because to
this.
begin with, it was very much in the head of, okay, this is how your body works. This is how to nourish for each phase of your cycle. This is how to cook for each phase of your cycle, how to work out, how to run your business through each phase of your cycle. And this year it has just like this whole new level has opened up as far as like connecting with the womb space and healing the energetic scars that are on the womb space. Because the more healed women that we have, the more of a magnet they're going to be for wealth. And
Yeah.
if we have more wealth in the hands of healed women,
Huh?
we actually like that feminine nurture is going to heal the world.
Yeah, because we're gonna do good. Because you
Right.
will you will let your empathy and love take over. Ah,
Yes.
I love that. We just solved the most intriguing and complicated equation, because this is it, right? It's like we want to scream out loud to every woman to recognize that they are women and
Yes.
they celebrate their body and not being ashamed of it.
Yes. Yes.
Ah,
It's like I don't remember what story this is. I need to look it up, but I just remember like I have the storybook vision from when I was little of a
okay.
giant
Yeah.
laid on the ground with all of these tiny people with little ropes like pegged on the
Yeah.
sides of it holding it down. It's like, really, all he has to do is decide that he can get up.
Yeah, because he can kind
Right.
of,
We're that powerful. All we have to do is decide that we can actually get up and stop letting the little ropes of, oh, I
yes.
can't say I'm
Oh,
bleeding, hold us
that
down.
image is so great because we have all those wounds and and anger and memories from the past that are useless now. They're not doing
Right.
anything. Yes, they're
Right.
keeping us down.
Yes.
Yeah. And old beliefs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is
Mm,
where, like I said, it starts with healing those energetic womb scars
mm,
and becoming more of a whole woman. Like I said, whether you have that uterus still in you or not, whether you're in menopause or not, whether you're beyond it or not, pregnant, breastfeeding or not, like it doesn't matter. We start to heal those energetic scars that are there and
mm,
become healed woman that steps in and takes her power back, basically.
mm. You have to say that again. Healed women taking the power back. Say it
Yes.
one more time, Sarah. It's so powerful.
The more healed women we have taking their power back, the more quickly we get to heal the world.
Absolutely. And this is our vision. I think we all thrive towards that. We all thrive to just make it, celebrate it who we are as we are without trying to put each other down, without trying to hide things, without, because we're not proud of whatever it is, and just accept each other, accept ourselves and accept each other. Because when you accept yourself, you'll accept the other women the
Yes.
same way. Yeah.
Yep. It's
Mm.
so important. And it does. It starts with you first. Like,
Start with
you know
this.
your value first, you know your worth first. And
Mm.
as you step into and actually embody that, you can start to see it in everybody else.
I love this. This work, your work is so powerful. And the fact that you focus in on this force of life inside of us, because we ignore it. We don't talk about it because we want to fit into a certain stereotype of just, being a professional and serious and just, looking polished all the time. Um, and what is it that brought you to that? What was that drive that you made that your mission?
So
Because
I
you
had like I said, I had the network marketing business starting in 2014, and it just felt, I would get super excited and I would, ask for people to hold, a class or something like that, and they would say yes. And so then we had to, have 2 weeks to market, and then I would get to that day and I'd just be like, I thought I wanted to do this, but I don't want to do this. And so I was scheduling at that magnetic point in my cycle when I should have been teaching at that magnetic point. And then when I got to
Mm.
the actual day, it was like, no, I just want to cocoon. I want to go into a hole. And now I have to go teach all these people. What? And so when in 2017, when it was shown to me that I can actually work with that and actually make it work for me and leverage it, it was like, okay, this gets to be fun again. And then 2015, I had a second trigger warning, second
Mhm.
trimester loss, and then a miscarriage also.
I'm sorry. Mm,
And I had really bad postpartum depression,
mm.
to the point of suicidal thoughts.
Oh.
And then, so when I first came into like the teaching space, I didn't even know I was going to be a coach. In 2020, I wanted to work with pregnant women and help them prep for postpartum, like I did with my last two that were absolutely amazing, so that they wouldn't have to go through what I went through.
Mhm.
And yet, as I'm coming into all of these spaces that are teaching me how to, run a business online, I was with all these other female entrepreneurs, and they're like, I would watch the cycle happen. They were super excited about what they were doing and on top of the world, and then be like, not working.
Don't
I
wanna
want to
take
burn it
anymore.
down.
Oh,
And I
my.
could see it. I'm like, 2 weeks ago, you were fine. In 2 weeks, you're going to be fine again.
Yeah. So you just let it down and
Right.
come back. Oh.
So I taught a one-off course, I thought, on how to run your business through your cycle.
Mhm.
And it was 90 minutes. I barely stopped talking in 90 minutes, I think. And it was like fire. The comments were
Oh,
amazing. And then it was like crickets for about 24 hours. I'm going, I mess up.
we haven't? Uh-huh.
And then my inbox blew up. They're like, Sarah, I don't understand this. I don't understand that. Can you tell me more about this?
Wow.
And what I realized was I had basically given them,
Too
walls
much.
and a roof, and there was
Yeah.
no foundation for them. So
Yeah.
then I broke it out over the next 6 months in 21 of like, this is how your body actually works. This is what the hormone dance looks like. This is how to nourish yourself, how to work out for yourself.
Did you call them hormone dance? Like a
I did.
dance?
I said a hormone dance. Yeah.
Wow. Love that.
Thank
Because they
you.
do. It's a dance. I mean, everything in our body follows a rhythm,
Yes.
and it is a dance.
Yes.
And when you call them as a dance, do you connect that to music, or just it feels like a dance?
It's its own
New way of
symphony
thinking.
for sure.
Mhm.
It's its own symphony for sure.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, asking you this because, I mean, myself, I'm an engineer, I'm a financier, but I love music. So my life is really ornated with music. It's like it's a symphony of everything I do. I just have it with the music. So like when I see
Mm.
you talking, I can hear this JLo song about, standing like women and, this is it, it's enough, right? Because that's how I see things. I perceive it. And I love the way you say it's a hormone dance because
Uh-huh.
our body, more you hear it, more you listen to it, more you actually can understand the symphony that it sings. And you can sing and dance with it. And the
Yes.
symphony is like that. Like sometimes like da-da-da-da, it's like some big huge thing. And
Right.
sometimes just very slow. Mhm.
Yes. Wow, somebody needs to write that. I'm not a music prodigy, but somebody needs to write that.
It's true. It is true. It's like our life is this way. And more we hear and we navigate it with a musical rhythm, more it's
Right.
beautiful.
That's
Yeah,
gorgeous. Thank you for that. Wow.
it's true. Because that's what you do. You like music. And we want to bring music into our lives, truly, like the aligned music with our body, hormones, and everything. And that's how you do.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
You're so precious. This is so precious what you're doing. It's
Thank
true.
you so much.
It is true. And I love it because we're breaking the taboos. We're talking about things that, you will never talk about
Right.
at a high decision making level, executive level, because it just doesn't feel the space for it. But it's not even finding the space, it's who we are as women,
Right.
leaders.
It's
Mm.
very much who we are. And the taboo things, like, I don't know, this is just how I'm wired, I guess, but I was, still a preteen going, why don't we talk about that? That doesn't make any sense. It's I
Mm.
do it, you do it. Why don't we talk about that?
Mm. Yeah. Mm. That's amazing. Well, this was such a beautiful awakening about healing women and the work you do. I wish you so much success because you have such a beautiful mission and such a beautiful role to play in healing
Thank you
everyone.
so
Everyone.
much, Dr. Hynd. Thank you for
Mm.
having me. This is so special. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. Would you like to say one last word before we close today? Mm.
Here's a quote that's a me-ism, I guess you could call it, and I didn't even realize I'd said it. A client pointed it out last year, but my life is in flow. There's a lot of ish, and so like it's okay to be that way because that's exactly how we're designed. So you can plan something and just understand that there's some ish that's always going to come into play, and you can build a multi-six-figure business with ish.
You can build up to 7 figure or 8 figure
Oh
for
yeah.
that matter with that ish. Oh yes. So let's enjoy our ish, celebrate our issues is okay. Whatever doesn't work, it's all right. Be happy with who we are. Be proud
Yes.
of the way we are and how we are,
Yes.
and celebrating each other. And these very conversations and this West as series that I have is really to celebrate for women from all around the world. I am so honored to have you connecting from the Pacific. Where is it? California that you're based in, Sarah?
Colorado.
Colorado. From Colorado. We are
Thank
live
you.
streaming, people watching us from different parts of the world, and we are all the same. In our differences as women, we are so the same.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Thank you everyone for watching us. If you're watching us on replay, if you have any question, if you want to reach out to Sarah, we're going to drop your link, Sarah, in the group so that whoever wants to understand more about how to understand their cyclical body and how to use that to thrive in their business, they can reach out to Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for being with us. Bye.